Hello and happy Sunday, everyone. You know what that means. It's time for another edition of Tim's Takeaways. And this week I'm going to start by congratulating Hargard on a tremendous week of athletics. They just were dominant last week. We'll start with what was the biggest news of last week, which was the Hargard girls basketball team taking down Ashley and Sanaya Rivers on Wednesday night. I was at that game, and Hargard just played about as perfect a game as they could have played, I think. Anya Massey and Isis Tresvik combined for 27 points. They played terrific defense. They rebounded and really, had a pretty big lead at halftime. Ashley was able to kind of cut into it a little bit, but Hargard was able to respond every time, and it was a tremendous victory for Bubakar All's team, and really gives them a lot of confidence. Now, it did go down as a non-conference win because only the last 7 games of the regular season are going to count as conference games. So, it doesn't matter in the conference standings. Everybody's still 0-0, but it's a big confidence win for the Vikings. The Harvard volleyball team also had a nice week. Picked up 2 playoff victories before falling yesterday at Pinecrest in straight sets, but still another terrific season for the Vikings. They made it to the final 8 for the second straight year. Ron Strickland continues to do a great job there. They were a very senior laden team, and so it will be tough to see some of those girls leave. They've done a lot for volleyball in this area for the last couple years, and they've had tremendous success. But like they always do, just expect Harvard to kind of reload again next year and make another solid push. The cross country teams at Harvard, I've been saying it for the last couple weeks that I think they have a legitimate shot to win state titles in both the boys and girls, and they showed that on yesterday by by sweeping the 4A East Regional. The girls were dominant. They blew past the competition. Laney finished second. In the boys, Hargard and Millbrook tied, and so it came down to the tiebreaker, which is the finish of the sixth runner for each team. And Hargard's sixth finisher was better than Millbrook, so the Vikings were able to pull out the victory. Swimming, Hargard swimming also won a meet on Thursday, so there was another win for Hargard. So, like I said, just a tremendous week for the Vikings. There's a reason they have won the Wachovia Cup for I think 26 out of the last 27 years or something like that. Their athletic programs are all pretty solid, and that was showed this week with their success. Despite their loss on Wednesday, the Ashley girls basketball team did have a terrific milestone happen. Sanaya Rivers surpassed the 2,000 career point mark, which is, like I said, just a tremendous accomplishment. I looked in the High School Athletic Association record book, and according to those records, she's only the 50th female player in the history of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association to reach 2,000 points. So, congratulations to Sanaya. Again, if you haven't seen her play, unfortunately, you're probably not going to be able to see her play in person this year, but I would check out some video and watch them when they're on because she is tremendous and probably the best female athlete I've ever covered in my 17, 18 years of doing this. So congratulations to Sanaya. Another milestone that I failed to mention last week, but Adrienne Gale, the Ashley girls basketball coach, won her 300th career game 2 weeks ago. So congratulations to Coach Adrienne Gale too. I've had a great long-lasting relationship with Coach Adrienne Gale, going back to my days as a student at Ashley. So I was there when the school first opened. So I've known her for a very long time. We're both from the Northeast, from the Philly, New Jersey area. So we're both big Eagles and Phillies fans. So really excited for Coach Gale, and wish her continued success as she is the now last original coach at Ashley to still be coaching there. So terrific milestone for Coach Gale. I want to go back to cross country a little bit. I mentioned that Hoggard swept the 4A East Regional. Well, we also had some other great successes. We've got 4 girls teams that have qualified for the state championships in 4A, Hoggard and Laney, and then in 3A, Topsail and New Hanover. We've also got 2 individuals in 3A, Rachel Kemp from North Brunswick and Ellie Harrington from South Brunswick are also qualified. Molly Parker from Hoggard was the 4A individual champion, and Caitlin Obremski from Topsail was the 3A individual champion. So congratulations to all those teams and individuals, and wish them the best of luck next week in the state championship. Unfortunately, our success didn't kind of translate to the boys' side, as we only have one boys' team, the Hoggard boys, that have qualified, no individuals. So it'll just be the Hoggard boys' team heading to states. But like I said, I think they have a really good shot at bringing back a state title, and it would be terrific if we could bring back some, multiple team and individual state champions to this area. Going to finish this week with swimming, and unfortunately I haven't been able to cover swimming as much as I would have liked to this year. Just kind of the venues and where they're swimming at Brunswick Community College is a long drive on nights where there's other stuff going on, and then at the YWCA it's just too dark in there for me to get pictures. So unfortunately I haven't been able to cover swimming as much as I'd like. I'm still doing top times every Wednesday. I'm doing the top 5 times for each event, and I was going through that this week and just kind of going through the results from the season, and we have got some terrific freshmen in this area. So I just kind of wanted to shout out the freshmen and from each school that I think are making a terrific impact and have had great seasons so far at Ashley. Sean Setzer and CM Post, 2 males that are doing a terrific job in multiple events. Hoggard's got a plethora of great freshmen. Sarah Pearson, Keener Whitmer on the girls' side. On the boys' side, Lane Durham, Jackson Hughes, and Cole Whitmer are all standing out. Laney may have the best of the freshmen. Maddie Joy, she's been terrific. And then over at New Hanover, Abby Forbes has been dominant in the 500 freestyle, along with some other events as well. So, all those swimmers doing a great job. And then we've also got some talented sophomores, obviously some really talented upperclassmen as well. So swimming is plugging along and doing great. I'll be at the conference championships coming up here on Saturday, and looking forward to seeing how our swimmers do and teams do there. And then moving forward at the regionals and states. I think swimming in this area is continuing to build. I think it's a lot like cross country, where in the past we've kind of been in the back seat to the Raleigh teams and the Charlotte teams. Well, now in cross country we're kind of taking a step, and those teams are kind of chasing us. I feel like swimming's kind of going that same direction too. We've got some talented swimmers that I think are going to do really well at the regional and state meets this year. So that's it for me this week. I've got a busy week coming up. Lots of basketball. Like I said, cross country state championships. Swimming getting kind of towards the end here, and then before we know it, we'll have boys soccer and boys and girls lacrosse going on. So hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.